So what is their first pick? I know we put a large focus on a couple of mages. I still think that Talia has her space in these games. Also haven't seen Galio so far, which I think is quite interesting.
I know it got banned in game number 1. The Ivern is going to be picked up as the final ban here by BFX, so we'll see what that first pick is going to be from DK.
Has been a pocket pick in the LCK for Lucid, has 3 plays. Corki, someone that has been banned. You can kind of get away from bad or middling laning phases by just slamming him. Diable and Kellin haven't been the best laning partners. So
they've been banning it every game, the Corki for BFX. Is this all bait? Do they leave it open to bait it out and find the pick? I don't know. We'll see. The scaling is always going to be there. I know the meme is, you know, you don't want to kick, at least pick mechanically based 80 carries, a Corki in a game number 5 deciding draft, but I think this is a situation where they can draft around it as well. And we'll see what the 1-2 punch from BFX is in this game number 5.
Looks like we're going to have clear blind York top lane. So not
it
a
was
lot
banned
of
away
options.
from him.
Yeah. Let's see what they're able to do with this relatively strong champion by himself. Has obviously gotten a few nerfs this year after we saw his rise to prominence in the middle of Split 2. Silas blind for VicLa?
Not a fan. He's even smiling. He's like, wait, did we really do that?
But why? What if they just pick all of the worst ultimates of all time? Like, I mean, hell, we could even do Silas. Like, they could be Corki mid, honestly. Like, this could still be a Corki mid angle, and then Silas is just hating his life. Like, I'm okay with one of our solo lanes blinding. Let's just get jungle here.
And the Gwen's going to be the other answer for DK so far in the first phase, as they're going to give that one over to Siwoo. And more importantly, it gives you a ton of that late game scaling, right? DK are saying that if you bring us to 35, 40 minutes of the game, we will be unstoppable, and that's just with 2 picks.
Ooh, BeryL. Are you going to go for it? Because now this means that your 2v2 in bottom lane is going to try and hammer away at what would have been the weakest part of the game for BFX, which is early game. Diable and Kellin have died in lane multiple times throughout this tournament. So now we're going to see it. BeryL, he played it during the LCK, or actually he's no Pyke this year. I think it's quite fun, but now what do BFX go for? Are we going to try and take an 80 carry? No. We did all this just for Maokai on 3.
The champ's kind of OP, bro.
I know, but surely we could have done.
Nah, the blitz crank. So we're going spice with spice because everything is nice in that bot lane. As it's Pyke versus blitz, usually something you only see on one side.
Okay, let's see it. Let us see it. Come on. Second phase of bans. Poppy, I think, is a perfectly reasonable ban.
Wait, Diable just slapped himself in the face.
Yeah, you gotta wake yourself up. He's probably like, goddamn.
I can't. It's so dark in here. I can't.
We also did start the series very late. So if I go check time in Korea right now, it is 11:30 p.m. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of gamers over there, but considering we started at 7 p.m. for China time, that is pretty intense.
Yeah, it's crazy that it started so late, but here we are nonetheless, and 5 games later nonetheless. It is the Poppy ban, at least in the second phase from BFX, so trying to take away some of that wiggle room for DK. The bot lane bans are going to continue here, though, as that is the focus for DK and the Xayah.
I like the Xayah. I'm trying to think.
There's the Galio ban again.
I would really hate to see a Kalista this game. Ballista Blitzcrank can be an interesting combo, but against
the Ballista?
Pyke, Gwen, yeah. I mean, Jin's technically still up. It just means that all of the carry potential has to go into the top side of the map, and I still don't really like what we're seeing from for Silas's prospects anyway here in this game. It's going to be the Aurora, which... Are they thinking that this is Raptor playing jungle Silas?
I think so.
I respect that. I respect the fact that they're keeping the flex open.
Let's go. Jin on 4.
Jin on 4. All right. DK,
Don't think that's the pick you'd want for Diable in a
they
deciding
need
game, but
some crowd control. We need to have mid-end support mid-end jungle basically set up everything. I like that the Sylas is even disincentivizing DK from picking up something like the Maokai that we were seeing earlier.
and there's only that counter pick left for BFX. It's going to have to be something very important for Raptor if we get the Diana Yasuo locked in, baby.
Let's go! Oh my god.
go.
Lucid ShowMaker playing Diana Yasuo. Oh my god.
I love it. Hey, you're going to go out in a bang or maybe a whimper in game number 5. At least you have a tried and true combo, as that's going to be incredible. It also enables something that has been a little quiet, especially in that last game between Lucid and ShowMaker, that has been kind of the bread and butter picks for DK, and we will get a Colt big VicLa classic here with his Akali. I love that we're getting this from him to step up in the final moments.
Okay, wait, nope, this is the wrong thing. No. Okay, well, I'll find it later.
I believe in you.
Man, they end up swapping it. They have the Akali into the Yasuo. A rather short-range composition yet again, but they have so much pick potential coming on through from Dplus KIA. A lot of explosive playmaking with this Pyke, and just having your Yasuo there. It's going to be a big game coming in. It's game number 5. We're getting some spice coming on through as well.
Yeah, I think this game is either going to be the bloody shenanigans that I wanted, that I expected, or it can get very out of hand very quickly for any side that finds an advantage. It is so incredibly tilted on an edge here between the two, with some very spicy picks coming through, but now with, more importantly, a lot of that pressure coming through in a final game in, yes, a tournament that is here because you weren't able to make it to Worlds, that biggest stage, but it is nonetheless a tournament against some of the best in the world in terms of their respective regions. We do see a lot of building from DK, the favorites of the tournament so far, now coming into a game 5 against BNK FEARX, and it's all about the story of grit that BFX has had this entire tournament.
Also, I just want to know, because I needed to look this up, the last time ShowMaker played Yasuo was against BNK FEARX last year in playoffs of summer. Different mid laner was closer last time, but Clear, Raptor are the same players from that lineup.
Well, we'll see what happens in our final game of the first ever Asia Invitational. Get to crown our 2025 champion. BFX looking for a level 1. That's where Blitzcrank thrives. They aren't going to find DK as they exit their jungle.
Raptor's going to get spotted on this ward. And we didn't talk too much about compositions because we were just having so much fun with all of the different and unique champions that we got picked here in this game number 5. But I think as this game goes on, we haven't had a big focus on it, but I feel Siwoo and Clear are going to have huge impact in this game. I mean, Gwen can rip apart this team, but Clear on this York, I think this champion interacts so well with some of the champions against that DK are showing. Is this going to be a late invade versus Raptor? Yes, it is.
Oh, my God. They actually just wrapped all the way back around. He gets hooked. Oh, he didn't angle the Gatling gun. Oh, that's so unfortunate. He was right up against the wall, and that does mean a hook comes through with the deadly flourish, and Amy's going to go down first blood for BFX.
And he just started Deadly Flourish. I mean, that is a huge opener. It screws over Raptor, but Diable gets to have a good start to the game, aiming Flash to try to kill the Sylas. Now it's going to be some vertical jungling. We need to see what both teams and how they will react to this.
Man, I love to see a Jhin get ahead early. You can do so much with a small advantage on the Jhin. Just keep pressure as well. And another hook comes through. This time the Deadly Flourish connects onto BeryL. Fourth shot goes through as well. The skewer is going to hit onto Kellin, so he's going to take a little bit of damage back. But so far, Kellin has the better of it in the early game as these spicy support picks continue to be.
Doesn't even get spotted on the Gromp there. Really, really clean vision play coming in from Lucid early. And wow, already delivering. We get some great stuff here in game number 5. 3 minutes in. Jin's going to take a recall already early, and Raptor is in a pretty tough spot. He did his Krugs, he's done his red, and he might just get 3 quadranted here by Lucid. I mean, Diana got buffed a little bit ago, and she's pretty strong as long as you can get her some gold.
Yeah, she absolutely is. And again, you throw in the combo of the Yasuo there. That's why this combo has been around for so long. Gotta say, how are we feeling about the Silas jungle? I know it hasn't been that popular as of late, but do you still feel like it has a lot of ins in this game?
I don't really like the ultimates that he gets to seal this game. Pyke ultimate can be interesting. I mean, they have quite a fair amount of damage, especially because they will have an Akali in this game, at least for the time being. And they have knockups, thanks to having a Blitzcrank, so, I mean, taking Yasuo ultimate is not the worst thing in the world. I don't think you're going to be able to use the last breath armor penetration that comes along with it.
The Diana ult's going to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what Raptor is able to do, and he is, when given the carry champion so far in the series, has been able to perform. So
yeah,
let's see if he's going to be able to deliver on that front.
Dude, another combo from Kellin. He just can't miss his hooks. Raptor in trouble, though, against Lucid. Lucid takes the skirmish early and takes him down solo. Bolo for Lucid.
Lucid also gets his red buff back here, so getting his lick back. He's going to get so fat. He gets double scuttle, 3 quadrants of this jungle camp. I am feeling so good if I am Lucid. I'm sure that if Rafa were watching right now, he would be ecstatic to be in Lucid's position here. So how did Raptor get caught here? I mean, literally, it's just passing ships in the night here. I don't think Raptor's allowed to go for this, and that's a flash engage from Lucid. Pretty simple.
And that's the kind of stuff you love to see from a guy who has, again, been the stud of DK the entire tournament long. That Rookie of the Year from 2024. Lucid's going to be feeling very confident to take these steps forward now. He will be an incredible engaged ticket for DK.
As long as Lucid and ShowMaker can stay ahead of their opponents and stay on tempo in items, this duo is going to basically be the knockout punch that puts BFX to sleep and ends our series. But trying to see if they can fish with BeryL in the wings. Kellin tries to do the same. No Bone Skewer, and they're going to play for Respawn Raptors here to steal that away from BFX.
Actually, can get a little bit here. Kellin's about to have his hook back up. Bone Skewer is going to be teed up onto Kellin. As now with the follow-through, Kellin can absolutely pick somebody here. He's going to use the speed up. He's going to use the exhaust on a Lucid. Going to use the knock-up into the grab, and just by so much time, Lucid will go down to Kellin. Unfortunately, getting the gold for that one, but it will still be a big pick onto the jungle.
Okay, that's a good find here for BFX. They're now also having Siwoo versus Diable, which I think is quite interesting. Going for a bit of a lane swap just to put the Corki in a slightly better spot here. And I don't know. Honestly, I gotta say, I'm like kind of happy with where this game is at for both teams. It is obviously a gold lead here for BFX, but I think the gold's in the right spots if you're DK.
Yeah, I think both teams don't outright have big advantages in teamfights, but it comes down to individual executions, right? Like if Lucid and ShowMaker get a big combo off, then all of a sudden that fight's over, right? But if you have the other side where you have a scrappy fight, we have a couple pick options from Kellin, and you have that single target damage that they can easily follow up on. BFX can take these fights, and I think that's what we're going to be seeing coming up into these objectives soon, Alk.
ShowMaker, let's see it. Playmaker gets hooked. He's dead.
Play not maker. That's going to be another pick for Raptor as he gets that kill, and losing that mid lane combo again is going to put you back.
DK slow on the rotates to put themselves in good positions here. It's going to be Corki and Pyke sitting in mid. Diable's going to solo farm. A teleport from Gwen means that BFX, they get time alone on these minion waves. BeryL's just going to be here to cancel, also using the T1 skin, which I think is very fun. But, I mean, okay,
trying to
Herald
evoke
spawns
Carrier.
in 35. I feel like if BFX get this, it's very good for them. Obviously, Gwen's always going to be a split-pushing menace, but just taking that away from your opponents when team fighting is going to be such a big goal from them and trying to play the map a little bit wider, I think kind of takes the legs out from underneath Dplus.
It definitely does, though. Oh, Gets the minion there. Kellin at any moment can kind of upend things for DK. Still a very dead even game so far. You see, though, DK trying to move out in front of this play, in front of the grub spawn, and steal away a little bit more of the jungle in favor of Lucid.
What ultimate does Raptor opt to steal it? I would think it's
gotta
either
be
going to be
Moonfall.
Pike or the Moon. I mean, sure, the Moonfall is impactful, but he also doesn't have the same amount of AP that this Diana would. So I also just don't think he has the same follow-up. I think the execute is really, really good if we can get VicLa involved. He'll have the perfect execution as well. Need to see, can BFX leverage this gold lead? There's the Pike ultimate, and first grub's going to go over to DK.
This is such a tricky place for DK to be in. They're being surrounded by a blitzcrank, so they can just get engaged on at any moment. They're going to do so now. BeryL, some trouble with Raptor. The fourth shot coming through from the curtain call of Diable, but now it's DK going to be in some trouble here. Raptor had stolen that one, but it's going to be the undertow coming through, but it's not enough. The double knock-up from ShowMaker, at least getting the old combo off, but is it going to be enough to get the kills here? BeryL's about to go down, tries to get the kill back onto VicLa. He's going to burn down now, aiming, trying to get away from Kellin and Diable. Diable had picked up another one, though, and it's going to be a double for BeryL as well.
That was a failed Silas stealing ultimate, and kind of a little bit all over the place there from both sides of the fight. BFX trying to push away, aiming. He gets to survive using his flash. Raptor puts pressure onto BeryL, but I mean, that's a distraction at that point. That's a win. Aiming almost goes down. If Raptor had just moved forward and been with VicLa during this fight, I feel like this is a huge win coming on through for BNK FEARX. But it's two grubs going over to DK. And once this Moonfall from Lucid comes in, that almost changes the fight. If things had gone out shaken a little bit differently, I feel very strongly that BFX could have lost this.
Absolutely. Again, we said it from the beginning. All it takes is one big combo from these two to really kick things off. I got to give huge props to Kellin, though, on this blitzcrank pick. He has been so instrumental in how they've been turning some of these fights. The perfect timed knockups and things that he's been able to deny, like immediately denying ShowMaker that play. Is okay, Lucid came in and got that second one, I believe.
Wow.
So it will be a 2-for-1 in favor of DK off the grubs.
Okay.
VicLa, no. VicLa, no. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Shuriken backflip. BeryL's
and now
dead.
BeryL's going to die. Should have picked Ashe.
I don't know if that's the
Okay. I thought you were going to laugh. I thought you were going to laugh. I thought it was funny.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
You gotta try harder than that. Come on.
All right. But it is going to be a big pick nonetheless, and also just kind of slowing down BeryL's activity on the map, and you continue to see some of the impact that maybe some of these comfort picks are having, and VicLa really showing out on a key pick for him throughout his career.
Wow. What a fun game, right? Like, this is exactly, it is starting to become a little one-sided, though. We're 11 minutes in, and BFX already have a almost 1,500 gold lead. Looks like we're going to be putting eyes down onto this dragon. It should go over to DK with the advantage that they do have. I mean, ShowMaker's about in level 9. They have priority from both bottom and mid lane. Raptors just now resetting and come back out of the map. So let's see what DK can do and how they'll play around priority. Seems like they're a bit hesitant to walk over.
But how crazy is this? Even in a microcosm of just a small gold lead early on into a game number 5, but the fact that BFX have pushed DK to 5, and the last time it looked so one-sided for DK over BFX. And I think it's so nice to see that come back, and so nice to see BFX breathe a little bit of air into their life. As clear, gonna get solo bolo by Siwoo, and that's just easy peasy for the Gwen.
All right, two grubs. How much can we actually see work out here?
Well, that's some weird vision toggles. Oh my god.
All right, but that turns into Dragon here for BFX. I want to see what Siwoo does on the top side here, because if he can actually take this turret, it's good, or get some plates, it's fine. Doesn't end up happening, and that also means that Siwoo doesn't get to join that fight if DK wanted him to. So even though clear dies, I honestly think it's not all that bad for BFX.
Yeah, not all that bad also because they get the dragon going for themselves. So they'll have that one stacking up, at least the first mountain dragon. The next tech Next will be Chemtech, at least. We still do have about 2.5 minutes for that Rift Herald as well. And so now that we've developed these comps a little bit more, I know we're favoring BFX in these setups. We also have first items being completed. Now a little bit further behind for ShowMaker, and Lucid might just find Clear here. See if he can all in him, as we'll come back to the conversation about the items as Lucid gets locked down in jail. ShowMaker is going to get engaged on now too, and beautifully again, Kellin just expertly laying down the CC chains, and ShowMaker not going to die to the redemption, barely makes it out with his flash.
Raptor, he used his ultimate
Lucid,
late.
Lucid.
Maybe they find Lucid here.
Oh, but Raptor goes for that engage with the stolen Yasuo ult. Here comes Lucid, though. He does still have the Moonfall. He's going to go for the double with that Dragon's Breath, and now they end up getting that quick kill that they were looking for onto Raptor. And just saying, that combo, it's starting to show its teeth.
Yeah, I just think Raptor played that quite awfully. If we're being fair, let's be fair. Call a spade a spade.
Let's be fair.
He
Let's
stole
be
the
fair.
ultimate after all the all the knockups onto ShowMaker, and then we throw the ultimate. Like, by that point, it's already too late. And then we use it on a full health Diana. Like, there's got to be a better way to play that one. So, turns into 2 kills, buys time, and Lucid is starting to ramp up. He's almost a full level over Raptor in experience and has 20 CS over. That's 5 camps already done
crazy.
here above him.
That is crazy, and it's not going to slow down anytime soon. He's already got that Dark Seal building up as well. But as I was talking about, kind of those first item completions, maybe acting to the factor of what this next team fight's going to have for us. About 30 seconds for that Rift Herald, Alk. Let's see what we have in store for us. I think it's going to be a lot of these ultis that we have to take a look at as needlework, perfect execution. Even the curtain call is not going to be available.
Should mean that it's an advantage towards DK. I think that they're... I think their champions are probably a little bit more robust, but the basic abilities of BFX just have a lot of crowd control. Thanks to...
Bro, what is that Moonfall CD, man? That's all I'm saying.
It's back already. That's what it is.
That's crazy, man.
And he's already done with his jungle item, by the way. Like, Lucid is
and he's already got it needlessly, too.
Yeah. He is extremely strong in this fight. It's going to be him starting up this Herald. BeryL is even flanking him. They're having ShowMaker farm up in topside. DK, they started off slow, but it has been BFX who I think have stumbled over themselves here in game number 5.
And that is unfortunate. We were building them up. The story that could be if they can come back and take down DK. But nonetheless, we are in 5-game territory, and that brings all the stress and everything alongside. And as we see some of the vision go a little bit dark for DK, ShowMaker should play a little bit more safely, but he's still going to be engaged on. He didn't go fast enough. He didn't escape, and now he's going to be taken down again. Kellin with the combo from Oblivion here, and Raptor takes him down.
Love that combo from Kellin. Silence so he can't use his wind wall. Gets the knock up, the last breath at the very last moment. Good job there from BFX, and a good spot to be able to get clear potentially the first turret of the game. You can see that Siwoo and BeryL are looking to play on this side of the map with 2 grubs as well. VicLa's going to send it on to Lucid.
I don't think you're tanky enough, Lucid. He's going to try to get to his team, but perfect execution comes out the perfect time. BeryL, I don't think he was under execute range there, but we'll see.
No, that's to bring the stun. So the combo with Pike is
Mm-hmm.
E-ult, and then you stun him when you land.
Because
I think it was an okay.
Briefly appear, which is kind of cool.
No flash from VicLa. That is a turret. That is also another kill going over to BFX. That is exactly what we wanted to see. It's why these teams are so close. The 5th and 6th seed from LCK, and VicLa's dead.
The slowdown, and VicLa through the shroud will just be cut down by a girl with a big pair of scissors. Big pickup, now 2-0 for Siwoo.
Mostly just a stopgap measure, just making sure that they can actually play the supportal combat.
Fight.
What can we do against the champion that has no damage and the champion that only builds AD and has no HP? Kellin.
All right.
Thought he was going to get a little spicy.
Kellin had the ulti there, yeah.
They have to recall. The dragon is up right now. They need to get back in.
No.
Raptor
Go back in
is
there.
top side right now, which kind of tells me that BFX are not looking at this dragon.
And I think in some ways maybe that's deserved with some of the power they were able to use there, but still not having a massive advantage. Now Diable He's going to bait in Siwoo, and that was the big PowerPoint. We said the rocket grab's going to come through, but the rockets are coming back in from aiming. Aiming's going to have to block for Siwoo, and Lucid's going to try to block too. The redemption. No! Oh, my God. I thought he weaved that one around. Man. That's like 3 times this series that we've got away with like sub 50 health redemption non-kills.
If I had a nickel, it wouldn't be all that much, but it'd just be surprising. It's going to turn into VicLa getting some turret damage on the bottom side here, and now that they've kind of rotated, especially with Siwoo now on the top side, all things considered, I thought it wasn't going to be BFX looking at the Dragon. DK, they lost too much in mid trying to make this pick around Diable, and now it's going to be BFX with now 2 Dragons to their name. This is getting close. Like, this is the closest we have had all series long here at the 19-minute mark.
We're at least getting almost to the point that I was saying. I just wanted blood. I wanted action. I wanted it to be dead even. And we do get that. It is going to be the trade of objectives. The Rift Herald will be there for some latent gold for DK. But I do love that BFX are pushing the mantle with these dragons to just continue stacking up. And we got an Infernal Dragon Soul on the map. So it brings it even more into priority.
God, I can't wait. This is exactly what a Game 5 Fearless should be. This is what an international Game 5. Hoping we can get a lot of those in Worlds. Got a few of them in MSI. Maybe the Mickey Mouse tournament was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, we'll get those in Swiss for sure.
I mean, there are other best of 5s in other parts of Worlds. So
Fearless will make its debut, which actually is really exciting, at Worlds.
At Worlds.
And now I do wonder, where does DK want to use this Rift Herald? We do still have a lot of health on the mid lane. All the turrets obviously available to them, but maybe they just try to dump this into a side lane here.
I think you could make a lot of plays. You have Pyke, you have Diana. Like, surely we can make something happen. It's just a pretty big investment here from Dplus KIA. They try to see if they can force on a Diable. That's half his HP gone.
Yeah, he's a little bit in a tough position. VicLa goes into a 1v3. He's buying a lot of time, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this one alive. He goes in with the perfect execution on the BeryL, but can't find the kill. He's going to heal some back too. DK had gone for that fight initially, but ended up backing away in a really good response from BFX.
Good job from them. Means we're just going to go back to lanes here. I think if BFX don't have ultimates, Dplus are happy. And look at what they came out of that. That was only Siwoo's ultimate and BeryL's flash. And they got all of the ultimate abilities coming in from BFX. So there is going to be about a minute window here where DK are going to have buttons that BFX just don't have access to. And I want to see if they'll be able to punish during this timer. VicLa almost gets BeryL, but flash over the wall means that he survives. They summon the Herald, so that'll be a top with tier 1 falling, and DK will get a small injection of gold here.
I think that's some of that standing gold that we were talking about, but it is just that dead even state. And so something else I want to talk about here is the power of these side lanes, because we've seen Gwen, 2 items now, getting closer to infinite scaling. Obviously not infinite, but feels like it a lot of time with the Gwen. But you have Clear on the Yorick, which usually has a lot of prowess in the side lane.
That is true. I mean, I just realized Clear has... he's playing into Gwen, but he has the plated steel caps. So it's mostly just to help with ShowMaker and aiming, but I think it is a choice for sure to try this. It does mean that he's actually not going to be as resilient in the side lane versus them. So surprised to see that Dplus consistently keep putting Yasuo into him.
Okay, they're going to try to find aiming here. He's going to flash out of the deadly flourish. Diable has been disgusting with the picks, and now another pick. Kellin tries to get BeryL. BeryL's not going to go down. Big 3-man ulti with the last breath from ShowMaker with the combo from Lucid. And it only takes 1 engage for DK to just set it alight.
And they get even the bottom lane tier 1. Maybe they go for a little bit more. Remember, there's an Otacon up. They have a lot of their damage dealers still available. Siwoo can TP for this play after he pushes in the bottom lane wave. DK might shoot out to a huge lead here as they start this objective up, and it is going to be on Vision. Raptors on the bottom side. They're going to spend a lot of time just getting here. By the time this happens, they might just be too late. Diable's not going to respawn in time.
Oh, man, it's just gone. That's going to be so much power going over to DK with the permanent buff, with the team fight buff there, too. They are going to lose a little bit here as VicLa is going to try to stop Siwoo from following the rest of his team back to base. They did end up taking that outer and mid, so a little bit of gold back and still a micro advantage for BFX.
It's all about edges here, and oh,
there you
BeryL
go.
Gets picked again. Dragon spawns, and this will be BFX with a numbers advantage on their soul point Dragon.
BeryL's just not having a fun time this game. I think Kellin has just had his number. And really nice to see is VicLa. He's been spotted. He will be seen trying to escape. Lucid is on the other side. He realizes that, and there's 4 members trying to chase him down, but ShowMaker's trying to dodge out of this one. Did have the shield bow to save his life with the shield, as now that curtain call is going to open up, and the cover fire for VicLa comes up big from Diable.
Infernal soul point here reached by BFX. They get push on bottom lane wave, and VicLa survives. Man, we are just trading such perfect objectives. Otacon for a soul point. BFX, they trade gold for objectives on the map right here. And it is going to get closer and closer outside of the topside fight, Lennon. We have not seen ShowMaker and Lucid pair up as a duo. And this is the second year of seeing these two players play together on Dplus KIA. So we need to get a little bit more mileage out of these two. This is the linchpin of the composition that we built around, and we got 4-4 on 4 and 5. I need to see them actually play out a fight with this combo. Otherwise, I feel like, again, we call into question DK's drafting. Like, what was the point of getting these champions if we're not going to be able to execute on them?
Yeah, and it's been a combo that has been a bit desynced all series long. There were a couple moments, obviously, in the TF game, things along those lines for DK, but ShowMaker and Lucid have not been up to the par that they had set for themselves. And now back TP is going to be there from BFX. They're going to flank. They're going to find it. They're going to try to get the Moonfall combo out early, and they do. Now VicLa's in some trouble, but they already find BeryL, and now going in goes VicLa. He's going to go down very quickly, but ended up going through the back end of the fight from DK. So that's a little bit tough there. It will be the trade back and forth, but VicLa being down is a power point.
Man, VicLa just TP'd, flashed, and died instantly.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He's like, I got 2 items.
Yeah, I really appreciated yesterday's Twitch chat saying his name is VicLTA. It's a little bit mean-spirited, but I enjoyed it. All right, let's take a look at this replay. How did this go down? He TP's on a flank. Kellin is literally just completely zoning them by just showing up into a fight, and there it was again. Moonfall, no last breath. Where is this combo here? And BeryL getting picked out numerous times. A single 5-point shuriken. The difference between aiming, living, and dying there.
Dude, you said it, and it's going to happen again. BeryL just dies again, man. Going down for the 5th time. You picked this to be spicy, and I don't think you can handle the heat as Baron started up by BFX.
It's potentially BeryL's last games here, especially as a pro. There was always the conversation about him retiring, and his last games in LCK Park were not the greatest. The Rammus is obviously going to be super memorable. Kellin's going to go fishing, and it's a wind wall to stop it, but now they're going on to Siwoo.
Oh, he doesn't get caught. Okay, he's still going to be able to dash away from that one. No, he actually doesn't have it. Oh, he uses it to go on the other side of the fight. There's the last breath coming through, but they are so split and so desynced. DK are falling apart at the finish line here.
There it is, DK. They had only lost 2 games in the group stage versus Weibo. They go undefeated in the upper bracket of this knockout stage here at ASI. They 2-0 to start off the bracket. BFX, and now in Game 5 are crumbling versus the Fox. As we take a look, I mean, Siwoo, aiming is nowhere near in this fight. We see the Lucid combo again, but he is exhausted. So no damage comes out from the other half of this combo. ShowMaker's trying all he can, but VicLa is too far ahead. And that'll be the Baron going under BFX and a minute before we get to the Soul.
It's so incredibly powerful. Such an aura coming out of BFX here. A final stand, a defiant scream of the end of the year. A year that did not end in their favor, but they still find a way to come out positive. After all the grit, all the absolute craziness that we've seen from this BFX team, the bracket run that they had, right, being able to take down Weibo, being able to take down Nongship. They didn't lose a single game in that lower bracket, just like DK hadn't lost a single game in that upper bracket, and it really is the dueling fates here.
All right, 30 seconds. There's going to be no flash here for ShowMaker. BeryL doesn't get spotted over the wall. All right, this could be our last fight of the tournament here at ASI.
Oh, they go in for the last breath combo. They get two. It's not going to be enough. They don't get the kill. BeryL's about to die. He misses the reset from Raptor, though, and now Lucid is the target. Lucid goes down, and it's just too much of a gold diff. VicLa finds two. I said it was his signature, and he stands tall on it. It's going to be a double kill for him, and Siwoo is going to go down to a triple to VicLa.
That's going to be the end of the game, potentially. 30. I mean, it's just BeryL alive. They have Baron. BNK FEARX may have just won ASI.
They might have the first ever Asia Invitational, a battle of all the teams that didn't make it to Worlds, a continuation for the fandoms, and the BNK FEARX fans will be proud as their team knocks on the door of Dplus KIA as they take down one Nexus turret after another. It's going to be BFX that take the first ever Asia Invitational and a dominant game number 5.
Wow. Insane. Lovely stuff. And there it is. Oh, and honestly, I have to say, tonight's series was a complete reversion of everything we have seen from BFX in this tournament. Every game was Diable, Diable, Diable. I really feel like the top side of this map came alive for this best of 5 and really showed their stuff against DK, who were repping some of the best top sides in the game, in the series.
I mean, that's actually so insane. The turnaround that BFX has had. Big, omega, massive, humongous props to Kellin, who in the face of a Pyke took the blitz and was the better support. Heads and tails.
Oh, for sure. I just love that. And it's, you know, we had shades of this when we saw DK. We had seen games where Siwoo and Lucid didn't look as great, that ShowMaker was a bit more invisible, but we were willing to kind of write that off because, like, the early games from BFX have not been clean. They haven't been the best team around setting up, but Raptor came to play in this series multiple times, got invaded to start this game off, lost at level 1, and then just was able to come back. And this entire series was not about Diable. I really feel like VicLa across 5 games was the better mid laner versus ShowMaker.
I agree. I absolutely agree. I think ShowMaker spent a lot of this series being a little bit of an invisible man. And that's what you can't have for Dplus KIA. Still just a story, man, to come back like that for BFX. On red side, they won twice on red side. Alk, like, that's insane.
That's incredible. One fan we do have to shout out, 1010. She got it to happen. Game 5, her team wins. She already had to go through the pain of watching JDG for all of 2025, and then the disappointing way that they lose to GAM wasn't the greatest, but at least one of her teams makes it. I'm sure she's happy that Clear gets a Game 5 win versus Dplus KIA. Who is MVP for this game? Because
Kellin.
I think Kellin is fine. I think you could give it to VicLa, but either
Kellin,
one,
bro.
Honestly.
Because if Pyke, or if there's any kind of breathing room for BeryL, like, I feel like he's such a menace this game, but the fact that he was shut down every time he tried to find something, like, I think, first of all, got to re-examine the Pyke here for BeryL, but more so importantly, it was the capitalization of time and time again. These combos, dude, You cannot play against this, right? Like, you are silenced into the knockup, into as soon as you walk away, you're grabbed, the slows, everything. Like, it is disgusting the amount of time he was buying.
The silence as well versus these melees,
Yeah.
you get so much value. This was a wonderful pick coming on through from Kellin. I can't wait for them to give it to someone else after going through all these highlight packages of his Blitzcrank play. But we were hoping that the combo was going to come through. I think there was a lot of things colliding here in this draft. We talked about just coming in. The last time we saw ShowMaker play this was against BNK FEARX last year in summer playoffs of the LCK. It was only Clear and Raptor who were a part of that roster. Everyone else, Closer, he's on Pro now. Henna is over in the LTA or LCS now. Duro's on Gen G. Like, a lot of things are different. DK were even different back then, but
it's now a different story in ASI as well as it.
There's no way finals MVP
there's
is Diable.
No way.
We are extreme
no
capping.
Way, bro.
We are extreme capping. There's no way. Are we serious? We wait. So let me get this straight. So here's our MVPs in a row: BeryL, Raptor, ShowMaker, Raptor, and then finals MVP is Diable.
We're doing what? He didn't do anything.
I'm gonna steal your point from game number 4. He got a pentakill.
It's fine. It's fine. I see you, VicLa. I see you, Kellin.
I want to see these votes. I want to see these votes right now.
Send them to the mines. I don't care about their votes.
I want to see who voted for this.
We'll see who gets it. We'll see who gets it. I can't believe Look, that's crazy. What a series from BFX, though. God, dude, Kellin robbed, man. Kellin robbed.
We've had a lot of the voting today has been very cringe. A lot of the voting for this series alone.
It's because everybody's off at Worlds getting ready.
All right, are we gonna
give it to
show
us?
it?
They don't want to. They don't want to.
This looks like it's there. It looks like they're sending it to an interview. Yep. All right, I'm sending it back to us.
All right. They just really wanted to talk to Diable. That's all they wanted. Anyways, that is it for our Asia Invitational 2025 coverage here. Alk, do you want to give any words, any thoughts, any feelings?
It was a fun tournament. I was a little unsure about how we were going to make 6 days of a bunch of best of threes work, especially with a lot of people taking time off, rightfully so after having
the skeleton crew, I called us.
Yeah, 9 months of LPL for a large portion of the season. So the fact that we were able to get this done with a much smaller group of people, and even slightly, there was only 2 people who did prod this entire event. It was me and Rare Adam. I didn't fall asleep, so I'm really happy about that. But yeah, I'm really proud that we were able to put this on. And while it is unfortunate that the LPL teams could not do us well to represent us, we also didn't lose in the finals. So LCK 50% win rate at the grand finals. LPL 0 losses.
Zero losses.
Zero losses.
We'll hold on to. It's been an absolute pleasure. Again, the skeleton crew really came out. Even shout out to Ellie and Izzy behind the scenes, like getting things running for the production side of things and some of the graphics that we had going. Incredible stuff from our mods and social teams. I know they had a lot of shifts, so really give a huge shout out to them in the chat, please. And Alk, thank you for being both caster and producer here as well. As we take a look at the final bracket, look at that. You even updated it. It is FEARX who ended up taking the victory over Dplus KIA 3-2 after a little redemption run in the lower bracket.
Yep. Insane stuff from them. I'm really proud of this BFX roster, even if they weren't expected favorites coming into this tournament. Like, it is the 5th versus the 6th seed, but it was the manner in which they did it, and they get revenge versus Dplus KIA. Like, I think that is a really insane story.
Yeah, it's definitely something to hold on to for all the BNK FEARX fans. Well, before we get going, we have one last final shout out to do. We got to say thank you very, very, very much to our Elite Coffee supporters, Aaron, Soup, Mung, and Forrest. Without pledged financial contributions help level at the broadcast on a daily basis. They've been giving all year long to us for a majority, and I think it's just so incredible to see that much love, that much dedication from people supporting this, because it means the world to us, and coffee is the best way to support us directly, and it is absolutely felt throughout the year. So huge thank you, and if you want to try to be included in that call out, please make sure you go check out our coffee.
Please go to our coffee, because guess what? You want to go do interviews at Worlds? You want to ask questions? Go ahead. You gotta be able to, you gotta sign up. You can't do it if you don't give us money.
Yeah. You will literally be asked for your questions for the interviews that we have if you are one. So please make sure you go check that out. But besides that, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been an honor. And what a year it's been. We'll see what happens next. We'll see what happens for Demacia Cup. But until then, please enjoy the Worlds 2025 setup that we have for the next month and a half almost. Please support the LPL, because there's a lot of damn naysayers out there and non-believers. We need some hopium up here for the LPL. And we'll see you next time